The parable of the 10 gold coins. While they were listening to him speak, he proceeded to tell a parable because he was near Jerusalem, and they thought that the kingdom of God would appear there immediately. So he said, "A nobleman went off to a distant country to obtain the kingship for himself and then to return. He called 10 of his servants and gave them 10 gold coins and told them, 'Engage in trade with these until I return.' His fellow citizens, however, despised him and sent a delegation after him to announce, 'We do not want this man to be our king.' But when he returned after obtaining the kingship, he had the servants called, to whom he had given the money, to learn what they had gained by trading. The first came forward and said, 'Sir, your gold coin has earned 10 additional ones.' He replied, 'Well done, good servant. You have been faithful in this very small matter. Take charge of 10 cities.' Then the second came and reported, 'Your gold coin, sir, has earned 5 more.' And to this servant, too, he said, 'You, take charge of 5 cities.' Then the other servant came and said, 'Sir, here is your golden coin. I kept it stored away in a handkerchief, for I was afraid of you, because you are a demanding person. You take up what you did not lay down, and you harvest what you did not plant.' He said to him, 'With your own words I shall condemn you, you wicked servant. You knew I was a demanding person, taking up what I did not lay down and harvesting what I did not plant. Why did you not put money in a bank? Then on my return I would have collected it with interest.' And to those standing by he said, 'Take the gold coin from him and give it to the servant who has 10. But they said to him, 'Sir, he has 10 gold coins.' I tell you, to everyone who has, more will be given, but from the one who has not, even what he has will be taken away. Now is for those enemies of mine who do not want me as their king. Bring them here and slay them before me." A nobleman went off to a distant country to obtain the kingship for himself and then to return. He called 10 of his servants and gave them 10 gold coins and told them, "Engage in trade with these until I return."
I don't want this king.
Good job.
I have 5 more coins for you.
Good job.
I have 1 coin. I kept it safe for you.
Sir, he has 10 gold coins. I tell you, to everyone who has, more will be given, but for one who has not, even what he has will be taken away. Now as for those enemies of mine who do not want me as a king, bring them here and slay them before me.
If your parents were to give you $10 and leave you home for a weekend, what would you do?
It's already happened. Throw a party.
If your parents left you home alone for the weekend with only $10, what would you do with it?
I would hide it. Yeah, no, I'd probably take it and then put it in my wouldn't use it.
Alright, if you were home alone for a weekend and your parents had given you $10, what would you do with it?
My food.
If your parents were to leave you home for a weekend alone and gave you $10, what would you do with that $10? Yeah, there's food at home. You have everything you need. Okay, ready? If your parents were to leave you home alone for a weekend and give you $10, what would you do with it?
You know what you do. Some people already know what I did, but KFC.
If your parents were to leave you home alone for a weekend and gave you $10, what would you do with it?
And I have everything I need.
Yep.
I would probably use it as gas money.
This parallel meeting was to convince people who weren't sure about following Jesus and becoming a Christian to come into the faith. It shows that if you have no faith, you will lose the most, but people with faith gain the most.
The first theme is to make do. The first two servants made do with what they had and they were rewarded for it.
The second theme is rejection. If you reject God as your leader, you will be punished the most and won't know the glory of God.
The third theme is make the most. If you make the most of life, then you'll get better opportunities and be more successful.